Alright, it's that time of the week again where I go through all of my best magic finds that I've had on Diablo 2 Resurrected. So if you enjoy, please be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more content. I'm going to do all this live.
No. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Alright, first off, got a Witch Wild string. Not the strongest, but it could be cool for proccing. Got a pair of steel runes. Got a phase blade. But is it an Azarath? Nope. Actually haven't found this one before. Lance Guard. Got a pretty good amount of deadly strike on it. Got an Ist rune off a Hork. What's your best rune that you've gotten off a Hork before? Another one off the Grail list, a pair of Hotspur boots. Pretty rare find for hell difficulty, honestly. Got a Head Striker. This is one of the strongest mercenary weapons for an Act 5 merc. Unfortunately, it's not ethereal, but it's still really good for the merc. Got an F pair of T-strokes. Think that that's pretty cool. F Spike Thorn. That could be good for an Act 3 mercenary potentially. Probably not really that good, but attackers take damage is pretty cool. It's kind of like a mini Thorn's aura. If you combine that with the with Bramble, it could probably be a pretty cool build to use. I don't know how really that good it's gonna be, even on Players 1, but it's still pretty cool. I really only go for the Eth Cryptic Axes now. Got another Eth Gold Wrap. This was actually the second one that I found in D2R. I've had one before that I actually wore when I was first starting out my Sorceress. I always like to get these ethereal items just because I think they're pretty cool. Got an Eth Colossus Volge, and then I rolled it in the cube. 4 sockets. Not the best base, but it could be good for certain things, like maybe for like a Pride rune word or something like that. Could be pretty cool.
Impossible.
Second one that I actually found during that same playing session, so that's pretty nice. Always a good thing to see. I wound up putting a insight in one of them for my Hammerden. Pretty decent for the Cannot Be Frozen. Not the best one. I think Gladiator's Bane is better, but then again they both got different attributes that can be beneficial for your mercenary. I actually think Crowclaw could actually be pretty decent if you gear your mercenary in a certain way, because it's got the IAS, it's got the FHR, and it's also got the open wounds. In addition to that, if you throw this on an Act 5 mercenary, you no longer have to use a helm in order to get dexterity to wield a phase blade. So that's another benefit of this that I thought was cool, so I held on to it. This is another first time find for D2 Resurrected. I hadn't found a Bone Flame before. Let me actually turn down this volume a little bit. I hope it's not too loud. Honestly, I hope that my audio of me talking is able to be heard pretty well. 34 Viper Magi. Almost perfect roll. Nothing really good on that coronet, but I think 6 MF small charm, 1 point off from perfect. A lot of people don't like to do this, but I personally like to put Call to Arms in ethereal weapons. It looked honestly cooler on regular Diablo 2, but on D2R you can't even really tell that the crystal sword's ethereal. and I have one now. I think it's down to like 8 durability. It's a call to arms, and I really only use it on certain characters. That's why you see, like, I've got right here the thing set to throw, so I don't whack people with the call to arms that I have on swap on this build. I thought that this was a cool circlet because it's +3 to traps and it only requires level 45, so that would be a great item to use while you're leveling up. I got a Tiamat's Rebuke, which can be good for like a Vengeance Paladin or something. Could be good while leveling up for other characters or whatever. I just think it's a pretty cool, unique shield. It's got a bunch of different elemental damage, and then it's got all res as well, which is always good. Got a pair of ethereal Hellmouth, and I think this is like the second one that I found ethereal of this one as well during D2 Resurrected. Got a Lacerator. It's not ethereal, but it's still cool. If you got one of these, try it out on your Kixen with Dragon Talon. It procs amplified damage really fast, so I think that it's cool. If you combine it with like a G-Face and some Goblin Toes or some Gore Riders, you're going to be taking out bosses really fast with this. It's going to like instantly proc amp damage, especially if you're wearing Atmos Scarab. And then I got a Crane Beak War Spike. Alright, so that concludes my video. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't have the you-know-what or anything like that. I think that it's allergies, or I think that it's the fact that the heat's been running in my house a whole lot recently, and it's like messing with my sinuses, honestly. But if you appreciated the video, enjoyed it, found it entertaining, whatever, please do me a massive favor and hit that like button. Consider subscribing. Check out some of my other content. It's mostly Diablo 2 Resurrected recently, and I'm really looking forward to the latter season coming up and everything else that the future holds. So with that said, everybody have a great day, and I appreciate you.